sorry ass DJ.
Get some.
It's Thursday, it's 8 o'clock, and it's the BIG Detecting Show. Good evening, Adrian.
Good evening, dear. Good evening, everyone.
How's everything at your side of the studio?
Got full sound crew, auto cues up and running well tonight. and got some guests in the green room. All
We
good.
have got some guests. We've got 3 guests in the green room.
3.
One of them who's dressed like the most amazing hat ever.
If you want to get a hat.
Technically, we've had a few problems there at the start of the show. Hoping by the time they come on momentarily, everything's going to be marvellous. Dave sounds quietish. How dare you, Stephen Brain? Nobody's ever said such a thing about me. Dave, quiet. I'm a quiet, eh?
No, definitely not. I can hear you a mile off at any rally or detecting event. So, yeah.
So, how are you?
Yeah, all right. Not too bad. Went detecting at the weekend like we do. And I had a story, actually. I thought I've had the Manticore a lot recently, been using the Manticore a hell of a lot, which we were talking about before the show. And if you want to read my thoughts on it and you want to go to bed early tonight, in this month's Treasure Hunting magazine, there's an 8-page review I wrote on it. Quite interesting. It's some key facts about it. It's not so much about the settings. Well, there's a bit in there about the settings, but it's more about the machine itself. So
from now on, what you're trying to say is that anytime I need a little assistance in the field, I will call you.
Once you bought the magazine, yes.
Whoa!
And I'll let you have my settings. And so I thought I'll go out with the DAS 2 this weekend, and got out in the field, detecting for about an hour and a half. Had a nice patch of what's the yellow stuff? Rapeseed oil stuff. And it was where it hadn't grown because of whatever. I detected up and down there. It's probably about 200 foot by 80 foot. And I went up and down with the dais, pulled up a tin can, strapped bits of stuff, lead, a few coins, pennies and that, and old pennies. And then suddenly, nothing. I thought, oh, my headphone's gone flat. No, coil had gone flat. I've forgotten to charge it. So I was like, oh, God. So I went back to I said to my mate, James.
Well, you have to charge the coil, the headphones, and that little display.
Yeah. And I think I'd forgotten to charge the coil. So I was like, oh, God. And I was like, I haven't got the Manticore in the car. And I said, James, have you got anything in the car? And he went, yeah, you lent me the Deep Tech Vista X Bulgarian machine, which has found me gold nobles, trade weights, loads of stuff, really good. I went, oh, all right, I haven't used it for ages. This thing's got 7 dials on it, no display, all analog, about 400 quid, I think. And I got that. It took me about a quarter of an hour to remember how to ground balance the machine and get the settings right. Flipping heck, literally, if James is in the chat before we ban him, I literally 1 minute walking over the same bit of soil I had with the DAS 2, bing, 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 3 pence, 1864 Maundy penny silver. Like, oh, this is great. Then I continued to go on. Van Halen all stuff, and this is This is basically a 2-tone machine, sort of. And I had a lovely time. However, the weight and the 8 AA batteries that it takes did take me for 6. But it just goes to show, you've nothing against the DAS 2. It could have been the Manticore, it could have been the Versa, it could have been anything, but could have been the Nox. But it was quite enjoyable to have no display to look at and just purely use my brain to determine the tones, and I really enjoyed it. And I'm going to go out again.
Thankfully, that's not me using that machine, though.
No, to be honest, mate, once it's set up right, it's a dream. And I didn't have headphones to plug in either, so all James heard, it's nothing worse than when you're detecting and your mate's detecting, and you got headphones, so all you see is them digging or going over a target. But when he's physically hearing, he's got his DAS headphones on, so he can hear around. All he kept hearing was boom, boom, boom. And he kept looking, and then I walk a bit, dig it, boom, 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 thimble, and something which I've got on the show tonight. I found in Adrian's world.
He's here in the chat. Should we ban him yet, or give him 10 minutes?
We'll
keep an eye on him.
He wants that machine back. So anyway, the Deep Tech Vista X, you will see YouTube videos like you do for all machines that say how brilliant they are. But honestly, it's a cracking little machine. I don't know. There is a distributor in ArcMD Mag. Have you got one in front of you? They advertised in ArcMD Mag. I've forgotten the Deep Tech distributor, but yeah, and then it made me think, I might have a go with C-Scope in the next couple of weeks and have a little play. But yeah, it was quite enjoyable. It was a bit like getting in a car with a manual gearbox, choke, no ABS, no traction control, no digital dials, just get in and drive it.
Well,
So it's kind of...
we went all the way down to Rugby, more or less, and it was personally, I didn't have the best of days, but the things that I was finding, I was working damn hard, Adrian. They were the smallest bits of things ever, smallest buttons, you know what I mean? But Shane had a couple of Roman, Steve had off, Ahmed. I think that was about it for us, really. Rick went at dinner time. So, yeah, it was all right. Nice, different location. Nice to travel down with my mates, have the crack. But personally, I wasn't that high up on the field. And it was actually on the Foss Way as well. It was like, there's the Foss Way, and there's a hedge, and then there was me. So,
were you using the Manticore?
Yes, it was with the Manticore. Listen, everybody, there's been a lot of malarkey going on in the metal detecting community this week. I would like for you not to chat about it in the chat because we don't want to have all of what's going on. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what has happened. Nobody knows what's happened apart from the people involved. I'd appreciate that's kept from the Gareth Howard. I know. I'd appreciate if the chat didn't take over that tonight. Thank you. And a little public announcement from myself as well. Mrs. Sadler has messaged me somewhere. No idea where. That's the wife, of course, the housing manager in Adrian terms. She is a manager at a care home. And she'd asked me, where she sent that? Oh, there it is. So, on the 12th of May, one of the residents in her care home turns 100 years old. Now, wow. This is a dementia care home. For those of you who know about dementia, you can understand the longevity probably is a little bit less blessed than normal. If you could spare 5 minutes, and you would, she'd be grateful if you'd send a birthday card to Connie. Connie, who's turning 100 on the 12th of May. So if you would, and we'll get these details at the bottom of the screen later on, send them to D. Sadler, that's Mrs. Sadler, for the attention of Connie. Primrose House, 72 Crewe Road, Haslington, Crewe, Cheshire, CW1 5QZ. And I definitely appreciate you do that, because that's one age that there's a very, very fractional amount of us will probably make. So,
Dave, what's the name of the care home for those who...
Primrose House.
Primrose House. So
Haslington
Google that.
Crewe.
Crewe.
I'll put the address on the thing a little bit later. Anyway, that's us waffling on enough.
Just one quick thing, which I promised and I've completely forgotten about. James found that at the weekend.
Shut up.
Yeah. We think it's Tudor, but we're not sure.
Is it right? I'm going for it here, Dave. Is it a Tudor hairpin end?
It's very small.
It's a hairpin. It's off a hairpin.
It's yeah, possibly, but it's gold. It's really, really nice.
No. I've just
hat pin.
Identified that. No, it's not, mate. It's a hat. Just let me have this win for once.
But you don't have hairpins, so what if it was yours? But anyway, that was nice.
Good evening from left to right, as we can see it, to Ted, to Phil, and to John. Good evening, everybody.
Evening.
You've definitely got a better internet connection now.
Yeah, we're connected to the internet now.
Now, is this better than a Manticore?
Nice
yes.
looking.
If I was to use it, I'd probably have the same degree of success.
Look at that box. Look at the control box. Speaker. Look. How many batteries does that take?
Two 9-volt ones.
Let's just go big on that. And a Rado model 120B.
Long time ago.
Patent applied for.
With a nice bit of guttering as an armrest.
And I've never had. Oh, that's my own work, that is.
You made that? Oh, you've done that yourself?
Yeah, of course I did.
What is it? A hat stand for that hat?
Hat stand for that.
Yeah.
There's the hat stand.
Proper hat.
Oh,
How many? That's a proper hat as well, isn't it? It's not a funny hat. It's a proper.
I want to go to Australia.
Ted Dundee, man.
You know, he looks like an extra out of Aussie Gold Hunters now.
Yeah.
Hey, don't
Yeah.
tell me. Fine bloody go.
Right, so Ted, Phil,
Yeah.
John, and whose elbow's that? There, who's Anne?
Hello.
I'm
He's a
hiding.
nice chap.
You can come on as well, you know.
I don't
Shuffle
know
the chair
what-
over a little bit.
To be honest.
Well, thanks for joining us tonight. Phil,
She's the pretty
obviously.
one with the ugly ones.
Sorry, what was that?
She's the pretty one with the ugly ones.
I didn't like to say. Phil might have took offence. I don't know. He might think he's the pretty one.
I don't know. John's got nice eyes. Do you think, Dave?
Hey,
So,
you must be friends
The
around
Silures, and I probably pronounced that wrong, and I've asked the question before. I probably don't remember. So for the benefit of the 7 people watching, tell us about the Silures, what it means, and what the group is all about.
The Silures is
Silures.
the tribe, basically. It's the Celtic tribe that ruled the area that I'm from. And I've always been intrigued by it and history as well. So I thought, what a better name for the group, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good name, actually. I must admit, I like that. Celtic tribe.
Even though I can't pronounce
Even
it.
or not, the Silures were one of the only tribes that were undefeated by the Romans as well. There's loads of great stories behind the Silures.
You weren't even beat by the English.
No,
The English never.
in fact, they took when they were actually captured the leader. When they did capture him, they took him back to Rome then, and they pardoned him because he absolutely humiliated them in battle, and it's quite interesting, really.
That's why we like going over to England and getting all your hammered and take them back.
Yeah, we still have it.
Well, don't worry. It's sitting in our 21 degrees on Saturday. We'll be thinking of you. So, how long have you known each other, and how long's the group been set up?
Well, I started off. Well, the group started about 5 years ago. It started as a beginners group, but then things led to another thing, and then I changed the name, and you probably know about it, to the Berserker Searchers. And then that went down the pan, and then we started it back up. And then John was one of the first admins I had, and we've been going now for about 3 years. We've been going strong.
Yeah, I met John about 3-4 years ago now, John.
4 years.
4 years ago.
Yeah. So we go everywhere. We go to all the weekenders together, all the rallies.
I heard this fella bleating in Sainsbury's. I got nowhere to go, nobody to go detecting. So I said, "You want to come out with me, mister?" And we've been together ever since.
Yeah.
But not like that, because obviously Alex is with him.
Yeah.
Hey, he's not my type.
I think the furthest we've gone, we went to Detecticon.
Yeah, Detecticon.
Yeah.
Up on Adrian's Wall.
We camped on Adrian's Wall.
We camped on Adrian's Wall, yeah.
Wow.
And I've been detecting since late 60s.
Wow, one of the early ones.
Yeah. And no farmers never stopped you. What you do, miss? What you doing, son? Oh, I'm finding treasure. Oh, that's good. I just walk away. Nobody said anything. Go
Yeah.
wherever.
That's true, because my granddad, he got a detector in the late 50s from my uncle who's in the RAF in America, and he brought it back to England. And my granddad, he had a field behind him, just when he used to go out there detecting. Farmer come along, what's that, boy? And he'd say, oh, I'm just metal detecting, looking for coins and treasure and stuff. He went, yeah. And then he'd go on to another field. My cousin in the 70s used to detect in all the parks around here. No one ever said anything. I think it's the media that have made it bad.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yes. Mind you, I've had billions of horseshoes in the early days.
Yeah.
I'm still having them now.
We all still get fooled by them. don't we?
Yeah, bloody horseshoes. I got 4 out on the front end now. Did you see them?
I seen the hammers on the windows outside.
Hammered?
Yeah,
There's no hammered on the window.
yeah, there is.
You need to detect your house.
You, actually, I found hammered on the floor by the step where I put my shovel down and it must have fell off.
Yeah. I remember that day. He banged his shovel like I had to get the mud off, and a big hammer fell off it.
Aye.
Honest to God.
That's still more hammers than I've probably had.
Yeah, you will find one soon, Dave.
There's
No, I want a decent one that you can actually look at it and go, that's a such and such, instead of something that's so warm. So Ted's been detecting since the early 40s. When did you start, Phil?
What?
When did you start detecting?
About 6 years ago now, properly. Anyway, I had one in the cupboard for years, and I used to use it now and again because we got our own family farm and stuff. But the last 6 years, I just got mad for it.
He couldn't wait to get away from bloody Alex. Pregnant all the time.
But Alex does go with you everywhere as well, doesn't she?
Yeah, she comes to all the weekenders and stuff there. It's the weekend away at the end of the day as well, isn't it?
Yeah, not as good laugh.
So, were you a detectorist, Alex, or did he drag you along kicking and screaming?
But it depends on the weather. Depends on how I feel in the morning.
No. When you started, did he force you into detecting, or were you a detectorist?
No, to be honest, I like being outdoors and stuff anyway. So it's just I just tag along, and sometimes I join in, sometimes I don't. But no, not forced at gunpoint.
She's right on the ball when he finds gold.
Well, funny really. I took her to one of the first times you come out, didn't it? When we had the Garrett 80 gold done on the permission in Colorado.
Oh, in the first time, that was quite a while after.
Well, I took her to my new permission anyway, and I'd been there 3 or 4 times, and it's quite quiet. We thought back there, we went down for a couple of hours, and we walked straight into the first field. She calls me over, what's this for you? So I walked over, and it must have been about 12, 13 inches deep with a big Victoria half crown, right? So she took another 3 steps forward, Gothic flooring. Another 2 steps, another Gothic flooring. So I said, right, come on, we go into a new field now. So we walked into a new field. First hole, big Mary growth. And it was absolutely stunning, man. It's one of the best Mary coins you've ever
it's
seen.
the only hammer I got.
The only one she's ever found. And it's out of this world.
He don't let it go with her now because she shows him up. Or he don't find her.
Yeah.
So
Was
John,
that,
sorry, Adrian.
I just wondered if she was using the store-up machine.
Garrett 80 gold, man.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
To be
No.
fair, not really changed. I've tried other machines. I tried your C-checks tonight when you had the DS, and I find the DS is probably the closest that I've used to it, to be honest. The only difference is it's about 10 numbers out and maybe a bit more depth, and that's it. But I find it quite similar, and obviously it works because, I found things.
And I still haven't found nothing on that permission.
So, John, yourself, last but by no means least, how long have you been detecting?
4 years.
Really? I thought you'd been involved a lot longer.
Longer than that,
No, it's 4 or 5 years. It's got to be. Yeah, I'm an ex fisherman. I can remember staying down the caravan down West Wales. I've always been into detecting. Always had the detector under the stairs and all that, but never really gone out and done it properly. I remember going out, pulling my own bait with a bait pump. And it was when I was out there, it was in an estuary. It was, and I could look, and I could see a guy detecting in the middle where the rocks were visible. So I went out. Yeah, I was having a good little chat with him and all that lot, and that was it. Then I went straight out and bought an 800.
Yeah, and he played me ever since.
So I've been into ever since.
Yeah,
and as you know, it's addictive because you don't know what you're going to find. Some days you go out, you find nothing. But I think that there's a lot of people that go out when they find, if you don't find anything, week after week after week, yeah, it gets to you.
Yeah,
but if you know, if you keep on, it's only a matter of time before you pull something up,
Yeah.
and that's what keeps you going.
A good day is when you're out and you have a good day. Even if you don't find anything, you still have a good day.
Yeah, you're getting out of the
Well,
house,
As I
exercise.
said the weekend, I didn't have the best of days detecting, but spending the journey down there with Shane and Steve, and then obviously seeing Rick down there, we had the right good laugh, and that made it for me. That I was a bit of a crap day, but then I realised I've had a right good laugh, and it cheered me up no end. That's just what I needed. It wasn't actually the detecting I needed; it was actually a bit of time with my mates.
Like the farmer, John Evans, wasn't he? We found a casket thing where Williams, Evans, wasn't it?
Evans.
He said, "Can I have it?" Because that was his son's name.
Wow.
And he cleaned it all up and he got it on a stand now, haven't he, on his fireplace. Evans. He loves it. And
lovely.
That will make it, won't it?
That'll make the thing. Yeah. And he even got us to go on us castle grounds, didn't he? In the middle of the castle. And he said, "Don't go too deep." I thought, oh, bloody hell, he dragged us off there because everything we'd find him was deep.
Well, the
That's
reason
really good.
on there was he something to do with amnesty. He fired a cannon and he lost part of the fitting that ejects the round a couple of years ago, and he needed it. So he asked us, could we go there and have a look? So he asked the owners of Castle, could we have a little scout and see if we can find it? But yeah, we didn't find it.
Just kept finding coins, and he said, "Oh, you better give up."
So how do you find? Have you got enough permissions, or have you found it harder over the years?
We got piles.
We got piles.
We like, to be honest, we like.
Listen, that's nothing to brag about. You wouldn't be sitting like that if you had.
If you talk to one of the things you don't do, you don't go up to a farmer and say, "Can I go detecting?" Talk to him first, get him laughing, get him joking, get him playing, and then you say, "By the way," you can't say no. We've talked to John Evans for half hour, haven't we?
But the reason why Ted gets in the permissions is because he knows all the farmers. Once you know one farmer and you start talking and you say, "Oh, yeah, you know him, and then
we got 3 farms we haven't even been on yet.
Oh, between us all, we got thousands of acres. Really.
Yeah, I think Ted's got 40 to 50 farms.
And some of them, we went at the one the other week. I said, "Hello, what's his name again?" Lindsay. He said, "I haven't seen him for 10 years."
Tom lives in the field, and some guy come over and he said, "Excuse me, what are you doing on my fields?" And he said, "I've got permission here." But it was 30 years ago since he'd been to this permission. The owner got buried.
So I was talking nice to him now. I said, "By the way, can I carry on?" "Yeah," because you will have it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So he said, "Yeah, carry on." He walked about 20 foot. I went beep, beep. And I dug him up. I looked, I thought, keep walking, farmer. Half a sovereign. Half a sovereign. My first beep, half a sovereign.
Lovely. Ted, you're right though. You shouldn't. I totally agree. So many people have it in their head. I'm seeing the farm. I'm going to go and talk to the farmer tomorrow. I want to go detecting. I've got to get on his land. It's the wrong way about it. Go up to him, have a chat. Talk about the weather. Talk about, oh, that's a nice barn. Oh, I expect it's got some history. Oh, that's a nice Massey Ferguson you got and all that. Then, would you mind if I don't ask? Just say, would you, and then, but this is the problem. A lot of people just knock at the door. Can I metal detect and look for gold on your land? They don't do that.
It don't work.
No.
And sometimes you say, "Well, I bought a new detector. Can I try it on just one of your fields?" "Yeah, go on." And then you're everywhere then. I said, you just got to get in through the door. I was talking to a woman in Tesco, Sainsbury's, the other week. We got a new farm off her. She got out of her Range Rover. I said, "Oh, you look like a farmer." "How do you know?" she said. I said, "Look at your state of your feet." She had, the cow, horse riders. She said, "Yeah, I've just been to my sheep." And her name is Mrs. Tango. I got a telephone number off her, the farm off her, and we still haven't been there yet, haven't we? And I was in Sainsbury's.
So what you're saying is that you're basically using Ted as a honey trap to hang around supermarkets to get land.
Yeah, why not?
It works. It works, doesn't it?
Adrian, I'm going to have to send you Tesco's more often.
More Audi, Dave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But back where I'm from, is further down southwest Wales, and they speak a lot of Welsh farmers. Though some of them don't speak English at all. And I've asked loads of farmers down there, and they've just said no, blatantly no, get off my land. Like, so I've gone back and I've asked them in Welsh, and they've said, yeah, carry on, you just shut all the gates behind you.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. There's
Well,
so many farms down with us that's been like that.
I got a motorhome, and every time I go out in a motorhome, I always make a point of seeing somebody and asking them, can I go detecting? I bumped into one in when we was buying Shirley, the wife, a car in Motor Point, and I talked to a fella there. I said, where do you come from for this car? Nebo Road, West Wales. I said, oh, man, what are you doing over there? He said, I got a farm. I got a farm. I got permission off him, but it's too far for me to go.
What Ted does as well is, he'll go camping in his camper and he'll pay £10-20 a night. He also gets to detect.
As well.
I'm with you.
You know, I go for camping, me and the wife, we go camping. Like me, long term.
How many Ahmeds do I have off the last campsite?
8 or 9, wasn't it? 8 or 9, all little tiny Ahmed viewers. But he's ploughed it. He's ploughed it since we haven't been. But he's put the bloody price up now for camping. It was £12 a night. Now it's £24. I can have a word with him. But it's all right. There's no electrics or anything yet. But it's nice fields, isn't it? And he said we can go on the next farm day.
That's right.
And we never went on it yet. But there we are.
Have to get on.
Somebody's asking how you pronounce the name again. Is it Silures?
Yeah, that's it.
Silures or Silures? I'm wrong. I'm the oldest.
There you go.
I'm the oldest one here. I'm 42.
So the kingdom was called
Born in.
Siluria. Yeah, Siluria.
Yeah.
I think people will look that up after the show tonight, Dave, won't they?
Certainly will.
Yeah, that's one of the strongest tribes.
There's only one thing wrong. I'm not allowed out on my own no more. Because when I got over 80, she said, that's it. No more. So here's my minder. DCI,
How old are you, Ted?
81. Coming up to 80.
I thought you were like mid-50s myself.
Yeah.
I think the NCMD or someone should use him as like a poster man. Good for your health, metal detecting, shouldn't they? Look at Ted.
Or the
Looks
AMBS
51.
should give him lifetime free membership for being over 80.
Yeah,
That's a good one. Yeah.
yeah.
I've got all the silver coins in London. The Creswell Manor Ord. On a rally, the buggers. I found the Ord because the fella said, what are you drinking for? Australia? My first Ord. So he said, was there anybody? I said, there was a couple of fellas over there. He come back 20 minutes later. These fellas found the Ord before you.
No way.
So when we went to the coroner, you know, the thing, the fellow who organised it as well, his wife got up and said, I found part of the Ord as well. And the coroner said, sit back down, you've nothing to do with it. But we had to share it 3 ways.
Like that.
The bugger he did. Now I chop their legs off first.
Tell them about a farmer, right, caught someone hawking on his permission.
Oh, on my permission.
And when he caught him, he dug up a silver denari hoard, man.
690
and the boy started crying in the field. So the farmer felt sorry for him and told him to help him and give them to him.
And what it was,
honest to God, and it was the only field on the farm that he hadn't been on.
I've been going on his farm for 20 years, right? And I went to a funeral and he came up and said, where you been? Oh, I said, bit of prostrate trouble because my mom was prostrate taken away. He said, oh, I caught somebody the other night and boxes of denaries. We was digging them up. He was giving him hand to dig them up in the end. I said, well, where was that? I've been all... He said, it's one field I never told you I had a mile away from the farm. He said, there's a Roman well and all on it. I said, you bugger. I said, you can go up there now. I said, it's too late. Take the fun out of it now. And he still had them on his table in the farmhouse. He said, you can have them. I said, no, they're no good to me. I don't want them. If I can't find them, I don't want them. The bugger.
Wow.
He found them in the middle of the night. Pitch
Yeah,
black.
Ted's got axe heads in the museums. He's got
Silver seals in
silver
Chepstow.
seal, a silver seal as well
Chepstow. Yeah.
in Chepstow.
Gold ring in London. A Paisley ring. One of the oldest they've ever found. And all he gave me was 175 quid for the gold ring. Farmer went mad. He died now, Gerrand. Poor old Gerrand. He said, I'm getting married in a month and I just paid £400 for the gold ring and you give me £175 for this ring. He was swearing. He said, Mr. Price, you can swear as much as you like, but the only time you see this ring is if you come to London to have a look at it in the museum.
They paid him a finder's fee.
Finder's fee.
Yeah.
Robbery. Yeah.
Okay.
I got a still in Chepstow Museum. It's a one-off. It's 800 years old with an eagle with a baby in his claws, a baby. Lord Stanley, House of Stanley, had it specially made, and it's called the Devorden Seal. They give 150 quid for it. I had it in my hand 5 minutes. I was out detecting, and one of the boys rang up and said, are you coming at the club? So I went at the club. I said, look what I just dug up. And he went, you're fine, fella. I said, I'll have it back. He said, no, you'll not have it back. I can't give it you back. It's once it's in my hands, it's mine. 150 quid.
I'd have had his hands taken off.
I would now,
Got a cleaver up there.
but I'm a gentleman. Like that.
You certainly sound like you. I mean, I met you up at Detecticon for the first time last year, was it, Bish?
Oh, was he like
Last year and the year before.
Yeah.
I didn't go the year before. I was away, but I met Ted for the first time last year because he had his Australian hat on then.
Did I?
Yeah, he did that.
Oh, yeah. That was definitely last year. It was when Bish got an eyeful as well.
Oh, yeah.
I was
And
there.
John.
I was there as well.
How's that moonshine?
Oh, that bloody stuff.
Oh, Dave, you're always sniffing that moonshine stuff out, giving me a bottle of something that's made from bananas or something.
Man, I do that. Don't worry, I've got loads coming for this year.
What is happening with Detecticon this year? Is it happening or?
No, it's not happening this year.
No. It doesn't look like it. Is it?
Yeah. Got fed up again, stuck in the field, didn't we? It was all stuck.
Yeah.
So will you all be going? Any of you going to Rodney Cook or Detectiveville?
Rodney Cook.
I'm marshalling this year, the RCM, so I'll be there with the baby as well.
We'll be out in the motorhome.
But me and Ted, we've won tickets the last 2 years.
Yeah, so they've had a free digger.
We've had free. Well, the last 2 years, I've won 3 tickets. Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
The two golden tickets.
Two golden tickets. Yeah.
Well, we're the golden boys, didn't we?
Like the Golden Girls, Dave, on Channel 4 in the 80s. But yeah,
I was young then.
yeah. I think this year it's in Hertfordshire, so that's going to be interesting. The land there.
Well, talking of rallies, Adrian, what you don't know is that the Silures, because I can say it now, you've got a weekender on there, Hereford, haven't you?
Yeah, in Belmont, that is, just near Belmont Abbey.
Yeah, we'll be there, won't we?
The farmer told me it was back. They bought the farm in 1952, and there was remains of a watchtower of some sort on the land. And at the time, it was a scheduled monument. But him and his brother hired a caterpillar digger for the weekend and decided to flatten it. But yeah, and they ended up getting taken to court over it and everything, but they ended up winning the case. And he said it's been a lovely arable flat field since, he said. But we're not going to be in that, but we've got all the land across the road and going round to the back of the Abbey as well, so it should be interesting.
And is that open to everybody, or is that just members of the Silures?
No, it's open to everybody.
It's open to everybody, yeah.
So anybody who is interested. What date's that, by the way?
The 23rd of August to 25th.
So, any of you who are interested in that event, I take it's not fully booked yet.
No, not yet. It only went up at the beginning of the week. I've been really busy with the house and stuff, so I haven't had a chance to organise much this year. But,
You got a baby on the way. What do you expect?
How many's that?
The what?
How many's that?
Second for me.
Don't ask me how many I've got.
First for Alex.
Yeah.
I got 10.
Shut up.
They're all over Newport, isn't it, man?
You should have got a bigger telly.
10.
I got grandkids in Scotland, grandkids in Ireland, grandkids in England, and I'm still trying to find the bugger that done the dirty on me.
Flipping out.
So it's the 23rd of August near Hereford in the Belmont. And obviously join up to the Silures Facebook group for more information on that.
Yeah, it's all in the events tab. It's all the information you need there. So, yeah, hopefully it's
Marvellous.
Over there.
Hog roast, isn't it?
Yeah, hog roast. Farmers putting on hog roast as well. So,
Wow, how many people will be there?
well, he told me a pig's going to feed 100 people, so hopefully we get 100 people there.
Hold on, right? How many people will it feed if I come?
Yeah, well, 30.
22.
Farmer, he said, well, what if his pig's eating the pig? Because I'm a greedy bugger and all that. He got 2 assholes, yeah.
Sat on the settee with him. Boom!
Hey, if it keeps on like that, it's my set. He can get out.
Oh, dear.
First of all, we're on the weekend. We'll have our breakfast or lunch and something for tea, like, and then he's having 2 meals in between.
Yeah, you've got to
He's
keep
cooking
fit.
fit, all sorts.
Got to keep fit.
You don't eat a lot, though, Dave, do you? When I'm with you at like rallies, you don't eat loads, do you?
No.
You-
In fact, I hardly eat at a rally.
No. On this one.
I usually buy about 28 packs of crisps when I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
Well, when I first met John, he used to fetch food for me and him. Not no more.
Just brings it for you now.
No. And I got to watch. I mean,
No, I think Ted, obviously you've been detecting, like Dave said, since the 40s. How have you found? That's what Dave said. Dave said it was the 40s. No, since the 60s.
Yeah.
How have you found with, like, obviously in the 60s, 70s, 80s, we had no Facebook, we had no social media. All you had was a magazine each month, and that was about as good as it gets. How have you found the hobby more? Do you personally feel it's got more heavily populated? Do you think people have got closer and better together? I mean, you guys have met each other and you're good friends, but I don't know. Do you do Facebook, Ted?
No, I don't. I use a bloody computer and never on a phone.
See, Dave, we were talking about this earlier on the show because I'm on social media, but I very rarely go on it because I find sometimes, there's better ways of communicating. And there's a lot that's gone on this week with certain individuals in the metal detecting community. I didn't know anything about it. And I went to find Julian Evanhart from Treasure Hunting magazine, had a meeting last night in a pub. I went down there. Most people our age talking about fines, metal detectors and stuff. And then someone said, "Oh, have you seen on Facebook?" We're all like, no, what's all that about? And I think sometimes it like Dave was saying, it can affect the hobby in a bad light, whatever happens. But it also, if you're not there and just carry on enjoying detecting, it doesn't. I just wondered what your thoughts were, Ted.
Well, my thought is, we should do it for fun. But now you get these people now, they moan, they go ahead. If they can't find silver or gold within the first hours, they're leaving. They're gone.
Yeah, they are.
It drives you nuts, and they don't talk to you. We talk to everybody. Well, I will anyhow. I can talk to you next time I see you.
Well, especially if there's a farmer's
He's
wife.
on about you, Adrian, not me.
Ted, were you?
There's one thing. All your love tokens, right? People, and when you go to a farm and you see the farmer's wife, give them a love token.
Oh.
He's smooth, isn't he?
He is really smooth. I'll tell you what.
the last one, this farmer, Chris Morris,
Yeah.
his son is William, right? You was there when I dug that William up on the field. I give it to his wife, and I give it to his grandfather, Chris. He gave it to his son to give to his wife, William. And he said, special. I said, 400-year-old. I put it on a bit, you know. But over the moon, they love it.
Do you know what I've noticed as well? With Ted's conversation here, he knows every single person's name as well.
Yeah,
I know.
I mean, I bet you'll never forget any of them.
No.
That is one thing you mustn't do when you're in the field. If you see a farmer, don't turn your back on him. Turn around and wave.
Mm-hmm.
And don't dig week after week after week after week and show him nothing. Even if you found on another farm, show him something. I do.
Adrian, are you writing all this down?
You got it. You got to make them.
I just agree with a lot of the comments Ted's saying.
Hey, there's a comment in the chat here from Adrian Quick Draw McStraw. Love Token Ted. Is that how he got his 10 children?
Yeah, Love Token Ted. That's a new name for Ted. Love Token Ted. Yeah.
Get him a t-shirt printed. Fish.
Pardon?
Get him a
Get
t-shirt.
him a t-shirt printed. Love Token Ted.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I got a couple there now ready to give him.
Ted, were you at the Rodney Cook one day last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
You found something there, didn't you?
A spearhead.
He did.
Oh, yeah, the spearhead.
Yeah.
He did the spearhead.
I gave it to DCI Mabry. He got it on his mantelpiece.
Oh, that was nice of you. Yeah. It was just broken at the end. Do you remember that, Dave?
It was broken in three.
No.
It was. It was broken in three. He found the bottom part first. That looked like.
You
You
know the
remember
bomb?
them? Do you remember the cat bombs you used to chuck, and they looked
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Well, it looked like one of them.
Yeah.
And then when I looked at it, I thought, well, no, that's a spearhead, Ted. I'm sure it is.
It looked
Anyway,
like an arrowhead first,
yeah.
didn't it?
So then he carried on detecting. Then he pulled up the next part. So then everybody was coming around. Everybody was detecting around him. As you know what happens. You call, look what he found, and you've got like 20 people around you detecting. They all cleared and left. And then he found the tip.
I carried on. I found it tip.
So
Ain't
you
I
got
good?
all three parts.
Beautiful. I remember seeing that. I was
The
there.
reason me and Adrian keep laughing is you're using an apple. So, Adrian, do your thing. When you do certain things on an apple, you get stuff like that come up. And it keeps coming up whenever one of you's doing it, right over Ted's face.
I did see it earlier, and I wondered what it was.
You get all things like that happen and weird
No.
stuff. That one as well, Dave, clapping hands and all that.
Hello, Mr.
Yeah.
Evan Hart in the chat.
This is my modern folder.
Modern.
Oh, Jules, yeah, in the chat. Yeah,
No,
saw him last night. He had a fine surgery in the pub. He had some interesting people there. Gordon Bailey, who's written untold books on metal detecting finds. He had a man who found a hoard of 1,300 gold staters not far from me last year or the year before. And there was some great
one
people
when he
down
was
the pub.
bird spotting.
Yes. But again, if that had happened 30 years ago, it would have been a different story. But sadly, due to social media and certain authorities, they all like to be seen to be doing their jobs, but less of that. But yeah, it was nice. I think we all chat and talk on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and all that. But to physically get in a pub and have a pint and sit down with someone and share your finds and have a talk, that's what I like. I like drinking, but I like sitting in a pub. Yeah, it's nice sitting in an English pub or Welsh or Scottish, talking about metal detecting and meeting people in person rather than just posting a picture and waiting for the thumbs up like. Thumbs up like. It's not working, is it, Dave? It's not working, is it?
Nope.
Oh,
Yeah,
there it is. So yeah, it was nice seeing you last night, Jules. I got a bit of COVID, I think.
Alex, do the thumbs up. No, it's not you. It's not Ted. They're all doing it now, and it's not working. Ah.
Is it an iPhone you're on?
iPad.
Ah.
John, DCI Maybury, is that a nickname or an actual?
Yeah.
It's a nickname.
Oh,
Quite a recent.
Is that Detective Chief Inspector?
Yeah.
You
Detect-
the rural.
Yeah.
Dave, this is
Detecting Chief Inspector.
it is, and he's part of the rural crime thing, and they're on here tonight to suss us out. It's
Yeah,
an undercover thing. Oh,
Right.
Ted's
Isn't
got a
it?
new hat.
another hat.
Love token, Ted.
Name, do it.
Foxy Ted Reynolds.
I think, yeah, but Billy Fox named it because if there was any gossip we needed on the detecting community, John was a man to ask, man, and if he didn't know, he'd know within 5 minutes.
No, yeah, I got you picked up to go with this on the drones.
And that's where DCI came from, man.
Foxy Ted was when I retired at 55, when I had an accident. I went to work in Sainsbury's and Tesco's and the police station. They gave me a name as Teddy Fox.
Teddy Fox.
And the police never even checked on me. I was over at the police station, cleaning them up, you know. And he never, how the hell, he used to walk around the police station, never checked your ID or anything. So when I seen Billy Fox, my old mate, Billy Fox, I brought him back out. Teddy Fox. Foxy Ted.
How many hats have you got, Ted?
I got a Phil.
I don't know where he's pulling them from. He just keep appearing.
Dave, he might have a leather one with studs like you've got.
70k would have that off me.
Yeah, I bet you didn't get that back.
Would they have like?
Where is Tony Kaywood?
He's there.
When you go to these gigs and all, and they give hats out, I had about half a dozen. We give them to all the young boys on the farms, didn't we?
Yeah.
Give them to the farmers' sons' hats. They all wear them now.
Do you know, Adrian? He's just a minefield of it, isn't he?
What?
He's giving out every trade secret ever, but I've got like a million hats here.
Another tip is when when you get them pull drawstring bags like the old swimming ones you saw. Yeah, you could perfect for putting your spade in and pulling out and putting in your boot.
That's what I use mine for. You're right there, definitely, John. That's what I use mine for.
And
definitely good for your spade.
Vicky Gates says she loves you guys. Don't know if it's you or us. Probably you.
It's me. I do sticks for the farmers and all. You know, the walking sticks.
Oh yeah.
They love them and all. But so when you go in again, they can't say no, look, because you give them something.
Oh,
well, you know what, Chad? Sorry, John.
He'll make a walking stick and he'll put a coin in the top of it as well that he's found on their land. Like,
yeah, me dad and my uncle used to make walking sticks, and I've still got one, what you call the snake one, you know, with the V like that, snake trappers, and I've still got that here, and I'd actually, it's got my name on it, and I passed it down to my lad and got a wood burning thing to do it for him, but I can't wood burn. What's this now? Is that a robber's dog?
That's me.
I saw it at Ted's made.
That's
You
ace.
made that? That's really cool.
That's wicked, that is.
Let's zoom in on that. What's that in his? Oh, it's a hammer. I thought it was something else then.
That's really good, isn't it?
He's clever, man.
He is. He is.
You see him making all sorts of stuff, man. It's like this detector. It didn't used to have an armrest, and now look at it.
Can you turn it on?
Yeah, it works.
It doesn't mean rub it up or anything like that, Phil. It didn't mean in a sexy way.
Doesn't vibrate, does it?
That's about it.
Oh my god, that brings back like 70s memories. That does.
Well, they're not.
My dad in the garden. Yeah.
That one.
Do you know what, Adrian? We should have vintage metal detecting show.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, actually. Well, we spoke to a big YouTube. Oh, he's got his stick out. Oh.
As a Rastafarian eagle. See his hair on the back?
Yeah.
And
That beak of dirt if you wrapped it round someone's head.
and that's my little old boxer dog, Ella.
You know, lovely.
They're really good. They're really good.
That's all. I never seen it. That's just a bark on it, look.
Is that a thing, a Rastafarian eagle?
Yeah, a Rastafarian eagle. See all padded.
It's an eagle that smoked too many of them foreign woodbines.
Yeah. That's,
Get into that.
Another club, that, isn't it?
I know.
I tell you what, it'd be good if you could make a sword stick out of that. Anyway, we shouldn't mention things, weapons.
I'll tell you what we'll do. We've got 2 speak pipes this week. Now, I've no idea which is which and which is the right way.
The
58, 59. Right, I've got 58.
hang
Where
on.
am I? That's the wrong page. There it is. So let's just have a listen to this week's voicemails. Is that the right one?
I think the first one is the first one.
It's all right. They got the numbers, Adrian. So here's this week's speak pipe. Oh, where is it now? Is that it?
It's on the screen.
Perhaps it's with a bullet.
Oh, it's thinking about it. Come on, stupid internet.
Anyway, whilst we're waiting, Gareth Howard. Hi, Gareth. Brilliant guest. The hobby is enriched by having characters like Ted. Yes, it is. And it's very nice. Donna Martin, he's a legend. James, Eagle-Eyed DJ. John's got nice eyes.
Hey, you leave my John alone.
I think it's broken, Dave. The internet is down. So
Yeah, you do it, Adrian.
let me see if I can do it. Yeah, I can do it. So, do I just share the tab?
Share the screen. Yeah, share the sub.
Present, share screen, voice message, share. Can you hear
This is
it?
England calling.
Yeah.
This is England calling. Good morning, Badger. Badger. Oh, God, Badger. Will you stand up to salute? Would one ensure one's trousers are pulled up? Yes, please. Nobody wants to see that, thank you. Not first thing in the morning, anyhow. Sorry, MIA over the last few weeks. Lots of top secret meetings, you know. Disaster to report this morning. Unfortunately, just about to head out detecting. Put my Deus Master on charge. No headphones. Bally got and lost the buggers out in the field. So please, everyone, think of me wandering the fields of the English countryside this morning and the narrow country lanes, searching the hedgerows for one's tiny little WSA2s. Just want to ask a question then, based on the fact that Prince Andrew also buried his brand new pinpointer a couple of years ago. What has everyone else lost in the field? Apart from their virginity, that is. Lovely. Over to you guys.
I've lost everything, you know.
You'll all be pleased to know that Donna did find her headphones in her car after that. And we won't play the message, but she actually found headphones in her car. And we've all been there. And that is one of the worrying things. With, and Ted, you'll vouch for this, metal detectors now are a lot of money. I mean, they were in the past, but
Ted,
now you've got your charging leads. You've got your
Ted, hold on. Ted's lost something. Go on, John.
Ted not long had his Deus 2, and we was in a field. I can't remember who it was with now. Crusade with the Spade, I think it was.
Aye, they haven't found.
Lost. He was detecting like that, chatting away like that. He looked down, control box gone. 2 hours. Deus 2 control box gone. So Di Evans, luckily 5-10 minutes, we found it. Yeah, found it on the grass.
Di Evans, though, he's one of them legends. He'll find anything, isn't he?
Yeah.
I was out detecting with John, and you left early, remember? Down Pandy.
Yeah.
So I'm on my own now, leans against this branch by this river. It's branched up, fell in the river. I had to swim out and get my headphones. And I ruined the bloody headphones. I was swimming out like that. So that's when my wife said, "No more on your own. I can't go out on my own."
It's interesting though. The Deus 2 controller. When I met at Rodney Cook with what's his name, Dave, Frank, the French guy, who
Gerard Depardieu.
Chemapel, whatever. I said to him, I said, you buy £100 pinpointer now, and it's got built in. If you leave it turned on the ground for like 5 minutes, it'll start beeping. Right.
Okay.
So why can't they do that on the Deus 2 controller? I mean, what is the Deus 2 controller? 650, 600, nearly 700 quid. And why can't they do something in there that if it loses connection with the coil, it'll beep for 5 minutes? Do you know what I mean? Or flash or something like that.
What tends to happen is, as you're walking away from it, it'll disconnect from that and connect to your headphones.
Exactly.
You don't notice it's missing.
Yeah.
No, I've had it happen many a time, and I've got like a wire link now on mine, so if it falls off, because it's not just in the field, it's like when you put it in the car, get it out of the car, and I don't know why they don't. They may be looking at it.
I tell you what, you know the bands you have for the charity and all, they're perfect. Hook them over. That's what I just know, the charity band, isn't it?
Yeah.
Perfect. You stretch them, and they'll loops over them.
Oh, the swimming bands.
Swimming bands.
Right. Adrian, new segment for the show.
Ted's
tips.
Yeah, tips,
Not tits.
No.
Although, if you want to, you can do that as well, Tad.
All right, then. No problem.
Yeah, I'll try that one, Ted. Yeah, that's a good call.
If it's perfect. Because I'm knocking mine off all the time, I was.
He's Ted's moved on for now.
I'm on the Monday for now.
We've not done one all night, and Ted's just topped us. Been knocking it off.
Knocking one off.
I give my 2 Knoxes away to my son up in Scotland. He's starting now.
I was going to ask you that, Ted. What have you got? 3 or 4 sons?
A minute. 6. No, 5. Nathan. Wait a minute. 4. Edward. Aaron. Nathan. Oh, Edward, Aaron, Nathan. Yeah, 4.
It was 6 a minute ago.
One missing.
What your daughter's names then?
What?
What your daughter's names?
Deborah, Mandy, Janine. It's kind of a menu.
Bish, thank you. I asked Bish to come on the show. He said, "Can I bring John and Ted on with me?" I'm so glad you did.
29 grandkids and 8 greats.
Wow.
My eldest boy is 59.
Wow. And how many
old is you, Adrian?
Edward. No, Paul, Edward, Aaron, Nathan. Yeah, that's it. 4.
Bishop John.
Debbie, Linda, Mandy.
Definitely 10.
I think one of those, Dave, I think one of those was the farmer's wife he met in Sainsbury's car park. He mentioned the name of.
Kevin's going to be ringing him in a minute. Dad, you forgot about me.
When I love talking Ted's offspring.
Oh, yeah.
So, Ted, so you've got one son.
Richard. That's the 5 boys. Poor old Richard, I forgot him.
Oh, dear.
Richard. 5 boys, 5 girls.
Richard the 5th.
Ted, so you've got one son who's started detecting?
Yeah, up in Scotland. And,
just one?
Yeah.
He went to Detecticon.
He went to detect. He come down from Edinburgh, but he's a safety officer for about 20 farms. He's in a consortium, and he can get all these farms, but he's still trying it. So I've sent up to him two
Noxes.
800s up there for him.
Brilliant.
So at this point, you have a go. Gotta start them young, haven't you?
My grandson loves it.
Pardon?
I don't know if this is a friend of yours,
Have I?
and it's an in joke, but Mark Anderson says, Ted, are you interested in buying a TV?
What's that?
Do you
What's
want to buy a
that?
telly?
It's like colour.
It's a square thing. You watch programs on like Neighbours.
Oh, Neighbours, is it? No, bloody on Neighbours. I don't know what telly. What's a telly?
Going on there.
That's why you got 10 kids and all that.
Yeah.
Done a dirty on me. In there.
Oh, I've gone light-headed. Oh, dear me.
Yeah, God, bloody hell.
Alex, how'd you put up with them?
What? And I tell you what, they're all good as gold. They all worry about me. Can't fall back on me. They worry about me.
No.
They all worry about me.
That's probably because Mum rings them up and say you fell in a river.
I was talking to a woman again.
Yeah,
Go and get him once.
I did have to go and get him once. I had to
Go
go
and get him.
I had to go and rescue him because he rang me up.
I rang him up, said I'm overeating. I overeat. I like the winter. Freezing cold. And by the time he got to me, he texted again, wasn't
Yeah.
I overeat as well.
Food, you.
Oh, overheat. Overheat.
Gareth Howard in the chat, Dave.
Can we get Ted some fridge magnets with his children's name on them and then get him back on in a few weeks?
This is funny. This is funny. We're trying to talk about. We are talking about. Actually, we've had more tips on metal detecting tonight than we've had all year. Do you agree, Dave?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
dear.
Never, the main one is never turn your back on a farmer in the field. Always wave, hello mate, hello mate. That's the way.
Yeah.
Bish, you need to record these individually for us and then send them us all, and we'll put one tip on a week.
Yeah.
Ted's top tips.
And they can be not just metal detecting, but life skills.
Okay.
Oh,
Like
yes.
how to have 10 kids, things like that.
Here's a tip for you. Oxo in the Grand National. He died about 40
I
years
think-
ago.
Oxo died in 2007.
Did he?
I do think fridge magnets is quite a good idea.
Yeah.
And we can have a competition on how long it takes.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna get a
Has
tattoo on
he
my
actually
bloody
got a
arm.
fridge?
Get a
Huh?
tattoo. Man, I'm
You've
still
got to
trying.
remember the names, or
I can. I still try to remember now. Brad, yeah.
Listen, you got 10 fingers, right? One on each finger.
I know.
tattoo on each one.
Is he like
Right.
this when you're out in the field as well?
Oh yeah, all the time.
And weekenders, it's brilliant. It is.
You even get him singing on the radios, man. It's
I'm
brilliant.
dancing.
Ted FM.
Yeah, Ted FM with it.
I had fun at dinner when I showed him my butt.
That's it. Yeah, he's got a button. Where is it on your part?
When I got a button there, look.
Literally got a button.
Internal mind.
Inside. And when I press it, I better not press it now. I pee myself. When I press it,
Press it, Phil. Press it. Press it.
He had us all trying to touch him, man, on the weekend.
so Fodder, he leaned over. As he leaned over, I went, I bit him on the ear. He fell off his chair.
Then he tried to fucking Ferrari.
Oh dear. He's not going to take his trousers off.
proof I do my show in the pants. I've lost track what we're talking about.
I have.
Oh, I got 5 gold coins anyhow.
Well,
Ted, what's your favourite find of all the years, or favourite finds?
No, my favourite find all over the years is DCI Maybury.
Hey, nice one.
That's nice.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to go detecting, would I?
True.
True.
We all worry. I have nightmares about losing my legs and not being able to metal detect. I just have a dream like you can metal detect in a wheelchair, but I have nightmares about being in a car accident or something and just not being able to metal detect. And when you get older, having someone to help you is brilliant, isn't it?
This is what Ted's been saying. I haven't got long left in the field and all that lot. And I said, don't worry, I'll be pushing you around in a wheelchair.
Well, I got 2 mobility scooters down the garden. Want anybody want a mobility scooter? No, I'm serious. Proper mobility scooters, electric ones. The wife won't use them. But it's only going to waste down the garden. I was thinking of taking them around to the old people's home. Oh, that's one thing. A couple of months ago now, I was walking in Sainsbury's. My boy was there, Aaron. I said, "Hey, Aaron, that's my first girlfriend there." And do you know what he said? That old woman. He said, "That old woman, your girlfriend?" I said, "Yeah, she was." Isn't she? My girlfriend. Oh, makes you feel old.
He's aged very well, Ted. Any Dave?
He has
aged very well, as in like good sense of humour, and I think that's key. Having being able to chat and have a laugh about life and things.
He's starting to call me Biden.
I did. Somebody in the chat says it was Di Evans. He said take the wheelchairs, the mobility scooters to the RCM, rent them out then for people to get around the fields.
Yeah.
Oh, I did take my electric bike the one time, didn't I?
Yeah.
Parked right in the middle of the fields, everybody walking. I took my electric bike and I was detecting around it. Yeah, the electric bike. No, if anybody wants a mobility scooter, they can have it. No, I'm serious. It's got to be for. They can have it for nothing.
I'm all right for a couple of weeks. I think.
No, but you were ill this year, weren't you? You were in hospital a lot and in and out. You could have done with it.
All right now.
You're right now, yeah. Although your beard's got a funny colour again.
Back to normal.
Oh.
I grew a beard during the lockdown, and my missus dyed it blue.
Good for her.
I love blue. I said I can't have that. I soon saved it off. That's what I mean. I soon saved it off. I didn't want to look like that.
Thanks, man. Right, on the screen here, I'm just going to bring Adrian on screen for a minute, full screen. Where are you? There. So, we've got Dragon Detecting, who were obviously from
Jordan.
South Wales, Jordan, and they sponsor you.
Yeah, that's right.
And then I can't see what that is below, Adrian.
Wolds Detecting. Very nice website, Wolds.
Dragon Detecting. I rang him up, or John rang him up to get a detector for me, and he delivered it to my house.
Good lad, is Jordan. Lot of time
for him,
yeah.
Wolds Detecting. And what's the bottom one?
That's an old sponsor. I don't know what happened to them. They just vanished. It's Side and Dig podcasts. I don't know if you remember them.
No.
They started a while back, but one of them moved to Portugal, and I was.
If they're not the Big Detecting Show, I ain't got a clue who they are. I only say that because I watch anyone else because I only do this because I have to.
I only come on here because I have to as well. But no, well,
Sorry?
The only time we make friends.
Yeah, it is.
Honestly, Tad, we
Yeah.
started doing this because the person who was originally doing one from America, he asked me to co-host it, and then he cancelled. So me and Luke decided to do something else. Started as a podcast. Inadvertently started doing a TV stream during COVID. Asked Adrian to come on and co-host for a week with us, and he's been here ever since.
Going for about 4 years.
Yeah.
Is it how long is it?
The TV version's been on 4 years.
Right.
The show itself, as the podcast, was since late 2018. The podcast started version, so 5.5 years.
I was on Mike Hare's podcast in America first, when then I came on the show, didn't I?
Yeah, because he was All Metal Mode and then All Metal Mode UK, which was the original thing before the Big Detecting Show.
I liked it because I came on, started because it was lockdown, so you couldn't go out, you couldn't go anywhere. Luckily, I had a supply of alcohol, and I was just chatting to Dave. It was like being down the pub, and and then people started watching, and now we've got 11 followers.
13 tonight because
13 tonight.
They brought
yeah.
a few Silures as well.
I think that's the farmer's wife from Sainsbury's and her husband.
That's the love token touch. That is
a love token touch. Yeah. I genuinely think if anyone's out there, well, we know a few people, don't we, Dave? I think there should be a T-shirt with Ted's love token on. Ted, there should be, shouldn't there?
And we don't mean a picture of his tuppence or anything like that.
No.
Make it large.
Make it large.
Yeah. Well, a pair of Speedo swimming trunks with Ted's face on, with the token holding it like that.
It got to be able to hold my pads.
Ted, do you know what? You make people happy because Gareth Howard's just put in the chat. Ted is an absolute legend. I'm in bits watching him. How lovely is that? When you make someone laugh every day, and I try to make people laugh at work every day and stuff. And if you can make someone smile, that means a lot, doesn't it?
Gareth Howard has also said one of them nice things about us that we don't actually get, and we feel that sort of like weird about as well.
If you can't make them laugh, don't do anything.
Joe, I was thinking today about the whole YouTuber thing and what have you. And you've got all these people who are being put on a pedestal by people for being on YouTube, and people thinking that there's something they're not. And people have tried doing that with us as well, haven't they, Adrian? Oh, the Big Detecting Show. Oh, can we have your... And me and him are like that. Go away, you weirdos.
Photos. People want their photos with us. And I do appreciate it and admire it. And there are people, I can't remember the family, who all sit there on a Thursday night. And they watch it on their
week
telly.
last year where we made him embarrassed because we said that his mum had caught him wanking. I said it, didn't I? Sorry.
That poor boy's watching it now with his mum and dad, probably. Yeah.
Yes, you missed it.
You should have told him 99 change hands. Why you change it?
Dave, that's a TED top tip. That's a good T-shirt. Ted says 99 change hands.
Write it down,
Christ,
Adrian. Write it down.
Well, it must work because he's only got 10 kids. Oh dear. God, I feel like I've got heat stroke. Oh.
I'm going to tell you this now, right? When I had my prostate taken all away, right? I kept weird. So I had to put this thing on, right? I had to put this thing on. And the nurse come to the house, about 20 she was, and she got all my old willy and pulling me across the floor like this. Then you got to stretch it first, stretch, and my mitt, then I got stretch it first, and then put it on, and boom, it fell off. And I said to her, the last time a 21-year-old done that, I had babies.
There's another T-shirt. Ted's dick fell off.
Yeah. Illness. Going. Best body day.
I can't do any, Dave. I can't talk anymore.
Wayne Atwill said, "Is Ted Lemmy from Motorhead's dad asking for a friend?"
What did he say? What was that?
Is Ted Lemmy from Motorhead's dad?
Lemmy.
Yeah. Lemmy. Go ahead.
Like Lemmy.
I used to look like Nick Nolte.
He's got a moustache. He's got a moustache, yeah.
I used to look like Nick Nolte when I had all long hair. All the girls in the pub. Nick Nolte.
I think you broke, Adrian.
Come on, Mr. Reynolds. Come on. Put it on now.
Thank Christ, we've only got 9 minutes left. Oh,
Anyway, I think we were talking about metal detector, weren't we, at one point?
last thing I heard, it was someone's being pulled on the floor. And Lemmy and Motorhead.
That's true, isn't it? True.
Right. When you out next, Phil?
About 2 weeks' time, probably. Well, I haven't been able to get out much the last couple of weeks. We've been flat out of the house. Decided to rewire 2 months before the baby comes. So all fun and games.
No, yeah, kitchen as well.
Yeah, kitchen as well. So
So you're due in about 6 to 8 weeks, Alex?
Yeah, 30th of May, so not long to go.
Oh, I'd have it 6 days early. You can share a birthday with me.
Oh my god, do you know how many birthdays are around this few weeks? It's unreal. It's going to be someone's birthday, so there's a good chance.
what are you going to name the boy?
my whole family's in May, so
Elio.
it's a bad month.
Ted.
Elio.
Another month.
As well.
Elio.
Do you know, I always remember Alex's name. The only reason is because my daughter's name's Alex, so that's why I remember Alex's name.
I remember having that conversation.
Alex, have you peeled your stick off the cup?
Yeah, I didn't win.
Oh,
No.
could have done a live reveal there.
Oh no.
Oh, and Ted's dying.
Press the button.
Press the button, Phil. Press the button.
The reset button.
Have a drink.
Is he all right?
Yeah, he's fine.
all right. Yeah.
We haven't had anybody die on the show, so that would be new as hell. John, when are you having the pleasure of taking Ted out next?
Probably Sunday. Yeah, and we normally decide when I get it in the morning. We've come here before. We said, "Oh, we're going on our own permissions," and then I said, "Oh, do you know what? No, we'll go on crusade with a spade," and then we just
You know what?
what it is we like. We've got enough permissions to go on our own, and we enjoy going out on our own. But we also like catching up with the friends.
Yeah.
So that's why we go on group digs then to catch up with everybody.
We go
I was hoping to try and get on for more these digs a week. Gone in Ludlow, and it's the next field over from where Celtic State the Hold was found.
Wow.
If anyone wants to jump on as a charity dig, it should be a good day.
Yeah, we go on these digs just to meet people because we don't find nothing. I leave it to them.
Adrian, we haven't even done Adrian's World tonight.
Probably a good. Well, no.
No,
Let's
we're
say
doing it.
no one's mentioned it.
We're having a Ted-a-thon tonight.
I think Gareth Howard, Ted went away coughing up a few love tokens. He reckons. So, Kevin Welsh, can we extend the show tonight? Eddie Jones, what a legend, Ted. It's
Kevin Welsh.
I don't get it. Hey.
Adrian Quick Draw McStraw says, Alex, you may need to write the name of the child down for that.
with fridge magnets.
Do you remember all the farmers' names? You can't remember your own kids' names.
I I can go to a farm and I know where all the gates are, all the fields. I know where everywhere.
So where any of your kids are, though.
We go to farms. Show me how to say a gate down there. Yeah, but he knows. It's just I remember fields, not kids.
No, it's true because I struggle. I've only got 2 kids, and I struggle still with their birthdays. I remember the first, but the second I get confused.
I got 2 on April Fool's Days.
I bet you thought that was a joke.
No, I got I got 2. Boy and a girl.
That's the only ones he knows.
I'm still trying to find out the 5th girl.
Gareth Howard said he wants to have Ted's babies, but you probably forget the names.
Who's that? Hey, you better not turn his back on me.
Nick West from Metal Detecting Relics. One of the best shows ever. Matt Kent says, great Manticore review in Treasure Hunting magazine this month by one of the greatest field testers in the world, apparently.
Thank you, Matt. Oh dear, yeah. That those who don't know, I was on a television show thing when I Dave and the
you say television show. You were on
it didn't
pilot episode of something that was supposed to be going on Channel 4 and such like.
They run out of money. Yeah.
After one episode.
And the bloke called me the world's greatest field tester. But yeah, thank you, Matt. Appreciate it. Yes, it's been hilarious, Stephen Brame. I'm pleased we bring joy to people.
We don't. Ted does.
Well, yeah, but no, we don't ever really. But yeah, Ted has.
Look at this. They just put my pension up again.
It's
yeah. Gone up 25 pence.
25 pence?
Yeah, he said all our paperwork is telling you his pension's gone up 25 pence.
Quite, what can you buy with 25 pence now?
Not a Brado.
Fredo, yeah.
I've only got 50p now.
No idea.
Well, you can't buy anything for 25 pence, can you?
Like a bag
Riesler's?
A penny sweet. They're 25p now.
My first week's wages was £2 odd a week. And when I went in the Merchant Navy, it was £11 a month. And I paid off for a year's trip on the one trip, £90. You know, listening. All the girls used to chase me because they had money in my pocket.
And they're the kids we don't know about.
I brought all the Wrangler jeans home with me. Yeah, those were the days. Sergeant,
right. Dave, before I forget, do you want to put the Connie, who's 100, on the screen for those who are watching? Just David's housing manager. Sorry to interrupt the show. Works in a care home, and there's a lovely lady called Connie who's 100 years old. When Dave? When's she 100?
Before Ted.
Before Ted.
May the 12th.
May the 12th. And wouldn't it be lovely if you could send her a birthday card? You don't have to mention me or Dave or the Big Detecting Show. Just send it to her. She's lived 100 years, for God's sake. And Dave will put the address in the chat. And just, it's nice. How often do you post a blinking card nowadays? I know it costs about 50 quid.
No, there it is.
But if before Dave gets it up, if you're listening on podcast,
before Dave gets it up, Ted to get it up before me.
Yeah, I know he will with his love token. If you Google Primrose House, 72 Crew Road on Google, it's a care home there. So it's Primrose House Care Home, and it'd be lovely if we sent Connie a card for her birthday, because I don't know the situation. She might not have any family. So, Gamby Aaron, Primrose House. Look, it's in the chat. Primrose House Care Home, 72 Crew Road, Aslington Crew, Cheshire, CM CW1 5QZ. And thank you, Andrew T. Oh, hello, Andrew T. In Canada, Andrew T is. He's coming to Detectable. Wouldn't it be lovely if Ted gave Connie a love token?
Yeah, right.
Connie, I
And
love
Gareth
you.
Howard. That'd be nice.
I met an American on a dig, and I gave him a cartwheel penny. American. Oh, lovely. And he gave me a gold coin. And I lost it. I told him, didn't I?
No.
I lost it in Yorkshire. I lost it. No, well, somebody might find it.
Well, yeah, that's what it's all about, isn't it?
White blue, somebody else will find with a bit of luck. I've do rings for farmers, haven't I? Yeah, ring me up. Can you find this? Plows, find them. That's it. They all ring you up.
Yeah, we was in one field not long ago, and it was a contractor. He wasn't happy we was on the field, so he came in and asked us to move off it, basically. So we said, "Oh yeah, no problem." We was on the chat with him.
We had permission on it.
It was just like we had permission on the field, but the contractor was on there, and he was seeding the field anyway. And he said, "I'll be seeding this area. So after I've done it, can you not come on it?" They said, "Yeah, no problem. Don't worry, that's fine. We understand." I said, "Anyway," I said, "take my number." I said, "If you ever lose any machine part or anything like that," I said, "Give us a call." So anyway, as it happens, we finished up. We said we'd pop up the farmer's house. 20 minutes later, so he's driving up the farmer's house. This is like just around the corner. The phone rings. It's the guy I just give my phone number to. He lost 3 spinning plough blades off the thing. So we turned around. We went back in the field. We was looking for lines in the field of where the plough had broken, and it was quite an area. Yeah. Found all the parts. Found all 3 parts.
And he gave us a field, another farm.
On the farm, yeah. But he was so pleased.
And his wife.
and we haven't been on it yet, have we?
The wife or the farm?
Bloody hopeless it is. Maybe he's hopeless. I write it down, he loses them.
Well, listen, it's been an absolute belter of this show. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on, and obviously we'd love to have you back on in the future for more Ted's top tips and such like. We won't ask before the end of May. Well, we won't ask for a couple of months because there'll be babies and stuff going on.
Yeah, but by the way, because we've been on telly now, we'll send you the bill.
For the baby?
No, for you.
As long as Ted's got a license, Dave.
When I first detected, you had to have a license.
Yeah.
You had to buy a license.
I think that might be happening soon. I've got a feeling.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a feeling.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Fair, buy a license, £0.50. Thank you.
Although you used to have one for a dog, and they've taken them away now, haven't they? So
taking dogs away as well, Adrian.
Yeah.
Well,
my girlfriend you can take away.
Right. Ted, Phil, John, Alex. I mean, mine's gone blank. I'm still laughing.
John,
Phil.
John with nice eyes.
John with the nice eyes.
And Alex.
Alex with the nice eyes
patient.
as well, obviously. We can't not say that. It'd be rude not to say that. It's been an absolute pleasure. We've enjoyed it immensely, and everybody in the chat's coming and saying how much they've enjoyed it as well. Ted, you are a treasure. You're a national metal detecting treasure, as somebody says. It's been a pleasure listening to you tonight.
We've enjoyed it here.
Adrian loves it. Look, he's doing it too. 81, and he can do magic. Right, everyone, we'll be back with you same time, same place next week. Our guest should be somebody whose book was there, but it's now not there. I think her name's Elizabeth Ridgewell, author of a book about
mudlarking.
So or we could just get Ted back on. No, we get Elizabeth back on. Elizabeth on with us next week. So we will see you same time and the same place next week. Ted, Bish, John, Alex, thank you exceptionally. It's been an absolute pleasure tonight, and we will see you all next week. Bye. Good night, everyone.
Thanks for having us.
No worries. Thank you.
Take care.
Oh, is it?